Hey boys and girls, my name is Chuck Meyer. I am the owner-operator of Trinity Force Protection. And today on Gun Talk with Big Daddy, we're going to talk about the UTS 12 gauge. A practical, tactical shotgun. So, stand by. This, in my mind, is a game changer. I just recently got back from another firearms instructor course where we were going to be certified to teach pistol and shotgun. So I had the ability to take something different with me. One of the rules of the game was bringing a tactical shotgun to the course. A friend of mine, Tom Carbone, down at Carbone's Custom Firearms, had this laying around. He said, "Chuck, why don't you take this out and run it?" I said, "What the hell? I'll be a stormtrooper for a day," and did. During the course, we put about 300 rounds down range with this gun. I only had two little malfunctions, which were easy enough to strip and clear. Didn't have anything worse than your normal Mossberg or your normal Remington would. This particular firearm, about 6.9 pounds, but it is a game changer when it comes to bringing hate, hell, discontent, and firepower to whatever ring you want, be it home protection, personal protection. This gun is there. It's so light, easy that little girls can carry it around. 6.9 pounds, about 28 inches long, has a big buttstock on the other end. It does not have the recoil that I've noticed in your Remingtons, your Mossbergs, that are, you know, cut down to make a tactical shotgun. Front side of it, as you can see, it comes straight up. We've got a light and a laser on here. One of the problems that I did run into after about 300 rounds was the light was no more. But if you're going to put that many rounds down range, you should figure that something is going to break. The other issue that we had was this little plasticated skid plate. All it does is cover the front rail. That had a little bit of an injury, but these can be, they're made to be taken off, replaced, removed very quickly. We're using a Trijicon aim point on it. Again, the big things about this particular firearm, I bring firepower to the game. Your normal shotgun, you're running 3, 5, 7 rounds. This, I have the capability of putting 14 rounds in 2 different magazines, working that slide and going from either magazine. It has a selector switch right in the middle, where if you load one side with nothing but double-aught buck and the other side with slugs, you can decide what you want to shoot with a simple flip of the switch. One thing that it took me a little bit to get used to was actually racking the slide back, where I'm used to having the slide release somewhere in this general vicinity. Now it's a bullpup design. I have to come back here, boom, put it back in battery, and she's ready to rock and roll and play hate and hell and discontent again. Safety and fire selector switch is ambidextrous, so you can switch it with right or left hand. And like I said, you see how I'm wheeling it around. A lot of the guys on the range, I guess the word is enamored with it, and that's a good word to be, because you don't really see it. This actual style of firearm has been around for several years. I think I saw it for the first time at SHOT Show 3 years ago. Price point somewhere between $900 and $1,100 is what it's going off, but it made a believer out of me. Like I said, we went out and just tried to do bad things with it. It was on point from 25 yards and in, and it just did nothing but belch hellfire, brimstone, and preached. Looks like it would break, but if it does, well, you can replace the parts, and it's nothing on the mechanical side that's going to break. It's just, you know, dust covers. Speaking of a dust cover, when I say that, I mean the plastic parts of it. Your ejector over here is held on with a nice little magnet. Once you lock it back, That opens up so you can eject your shells as they come out. You can check your mags and the mag tubes in this general area. If you need to load, stick your finger in there, open all the way down to 7. The other side, you'll do the same thing. Stick your finger in there and just run amok with it. Like I said, overall thoughts on this UTS 12 gauge, it's the bomb. It is the bomb, in my opinion. I liked it, had a good time with it. It performed well on the range, and I think this is probably, you know, a game changer. You ever get the chance to shoot one of these, take it out, throw a couple of rounds down range, see what you like. Stay tuned. I'll show you what we did a little bit. Gun Talk with Big Daddy. Today we're down here at the Big Copy Gun Club. We're going to break bad on the UTAS, Tactical Practical Shotgun. And we were working on using this as a tactical shotgun. Short, stout, ready to rock and roll. You have the ability to put 7 rounds on each magazine that's running. You can switch the selector switch from the left side to the right side. So if you're in a tactical position or condition that you need to run buckshot instead of slugs, or slugs instead of buckshot, you have the ability to select and push that through. Great design. It doesn't have the kick of your normal tactical shotgun. The biggest thing that we got with this was everybody's thinking it's a stormtrooper gun. It ran like a champ, worked like a rape date, and I will show you how that happened. All right, loading it, self-explanatory again. You have the capability of putting 7 rounds in each magazine. So what you do is you slide that forward, lock it in, add them in. And you can see where it goes through your loading bar. And I think that we may, nope, that's all we got. Switch it to the other side, she locks up. Same concept applies. Bring her in. Now she is plastic. The outer covers are plastic, but that just goes with, if you need to replace something, it's easily replaceable. The gun is very comfortable to run, very comfortable to use. And we're about to show you what that looks like. I'm going to keep the selector switch in the middle. We're going to run 5, 10 rounds. Get your ears and eyes on, everybody, because it's about to get loud in here. UTAS 12 gauge. From fire to safe. Crack the slide back. She's going hot. Come up. Safe. Fire. She's out. So combat load, pretty simple. See right down here, take your round, throw it in, rack it forward, you're back in the business. Combat load again, rack it in, bring it forward. Doesn't have a whole lot of recoil. It's a gun you can hold with one hand. About 28 inches long, room clearing, genius. So this little mechanism right here, this is your light and your laser, and it goes right down into that little mount. Presto changeo. We screw it on, and she's ready for action. Shooting the UTAS. I want to take a quick moment and shout out to my sponsors, Tom Carbone down at Carbone's Custom Firearms down here in Key West, Florida, and of course the Big Copy Gun Club for allowing me to come out here and just raise a little hell on their range. Thank you guys. Now we're